We weren't supposed to stay that long. It was just a short trip, a weekend camping plan, deep inside the forest. No network, no people, just trees stretching endlessly in every direction. There were 3 of us, me, Ayan, and Bilal. We reached the campsite just before sunset. Everything felt normal. The air was fresh. The forest was quiet. Too quiet. By nightfall, things started to feel different. The silence became heavier, like the forest was listening. We set up a small fire and sat around it, talking, laughing, trying to ignore the feeling that something wasn't right. Around 11:40 p.m., we heard the first sound, a branch snapping, somewhere in the darkness, beyond the trees. We all went quiet. Probably an animal, Bilal said. And yeah, it made sense. It was a forest. Animals are everywhere. But then, it happened again. Closer this time. Snap. This wasn't random movement. It sounded deliberate, like something was walking. Slowly, carefully. Ayan stood up and pointed his flashlight toward the trees. The light cut through the darkness, but showed nothing. Just trees. Endless trees. Then suddenly, we heard it. A voice. Soft, barely audible, coming from deep inside the forest. Hello? We froze. That wasn't an animal. Bilal whispered, "Did you hear that?" We nodded. None of us spoke. Because we all knew. We were miles away from any other campsite. There was no one else out there. The voice came again. "Can you help me?" It sounded human. Weak. Lost. Without thinking, Ayan said, "Someone might be hurt." And before we could stop him, he started walking toward the trees. "Wait!" I shouted. But he didn't stop. He disappeared into the darkness. For a few seconds, we just stood there, listening. Then, his flashlight went out. Complete darkness swallowed him. "Ayan?" Bilal called. No answer. Then suddenly, we heard footsteps, running, fast, coming back toward us. Ayan burst out of the trees, breathing heavily, face pale. "What happened?" I asked. He didn't answer immediately. He just stared back into the forest. Then he said something I'll never forget. "That wasn't a person." My stomach dropped. "What do you mean?" Bilal asked. Ayan whispered. "It was standing behind a tree, calling for help." We didn't move, didn't breathe. And when I pointed the flashlight at it, his voice shook. It didn't have a face. Silence fell over the campsite. And then, from deep inside the forest, the voice came again. But this time, it wasn't asking for help. It was calling our names. "Bilal, come here. Please." The voice was clearer now, closer. But the tone was wrong. Too perfect. Too imitated. That's when we realized the truth. Whatever was in that forest was copying us, learning our voices, and trying to get us closer. We didn't wait. We grabbed our things and ran. Didn't look back. Didn't stop. We reached the car and drove away as fast as we could. But just before we left the forest, I looked in the rearview mirror, and I saw something standing between the trees, tall, still watching. And next to it, there were 2 more,